Imagine walking through a dense rainforest just after sunrise. The air is warm and heavy with humidity. Birds call from the treetops while insects create an endless chorus hidden beneath the thick vegetation. Every step feels slow as vines hang from ancient trees and the forest floor disappears beneath fallen leaves. Suddenly, everything becomes silent. The birds stop singing. Even the insects seem to disappear. Experienced jungle guides know that silence in the rainforest often means one thing: a powerful predator is nearby. But unlike tigers or crocodiles, this hunter doesn't need claws. It doesn't need incredible speed. And it rarely attacks without warning. Instead, it relies on something far more intimidating: presence. Standing taller than almost any other snake on Earth, the king cobra can raise nearly 1/3 of its body above the ground, spreading its famous hood while locking its eyes onto anything it considers a threat. For centuries, this extraordinary reptile has inspired myths, legends, and fear across Asia. Its very name suggests royalty. But what makes the king cobra truly deserving of its reputation? Is it the size? Its intelligence? Its venom? Or is there something even more fascinating hidden behind one of nature's most iconic predators? Today we're traveling deep into the tropical forests of South and Southeast Asia to uncover the truth about one of the world's most misunderstood animals. Despite its name, the king cobra isn't actually a true cobra. Scientifically known as Ophiophagus hana, it belongs to a unique branch of venomous snakes unlike any other. Its scientific name literally means snake eater. And that isn't just a nickname. While most snakes hunt rodents, birds, or frogs, the king cobra specializes in hunting other snakes. Rat snakes, pythons, krites, even highly venomous cobras. This remarkable diet places it at the very top of the reptile food chain. Adult king cobras can exceed 5 meters in length, making them the longest venomous snakes on Earth. Some exceptional individuals have measured even longer, although such cases are extremely rare. Yet their true power isn't measured by length alone. Every movement is calculated. Every strike is precise. Unlike ambush predators that wait motionless for hours, king cobras actively patrol large territories in search of prey. They possess remarkable eyesight compared to many snake species and can detect movement from surprising distances. Combined with their highly developed sense of smell, they become incredibly efficient hunters. But perhaps their most fascinating characteristic has nothing to do with hunting. It's intelligence. Researchers have observed king cobras displaying behaviors rarely seen in other snakes. They learn routes through their territory. They remember safe hiding places. And females perform something almost unheard of among snakes. They build nests. The king cobra is the only known snake that deliberately constructs a nest for its eggs using leaves and vegetation. Even more astonishing, the female guards the nest until the eggs are close to hatching. This level of parental behavior is exceptionally rare in reptiles. Already, it becomes clear that this isn't just another venomous snake. It is one of nature's most sophisticated predators. But its intelligence is only one part of the story. Because the reason people fear the king cobra isn't simply what it is. It's what it can do. For an animal that rarely attacks humans, the king cobra has earned a reputation that few predators can match. But here's something most people don't realize. Its greatest weapon isn't actually its venom. It's the way it controls every encounter. When threatened, the king cobra almost always tries to avoid conflict. Instead of striking immediately, it sends a clear warning. It slowly lifts the front of its body. Its hood expands. Its eyes remain fixed on the threat. And then, it produces one of the deepest hisses in the entire snake world. Unlike the high-pitched sound made by most snakes, the king cobra's hiss is surprisingly low, almost like the growl of a much larger animal. For many predators, that sound alone is enough. Large mammals often choose to walk away before the situation becomes dangerous. Even experienced wildlife photographers know that respecting this warning is essential. Because once the king cobra decides there is no escape, everything changes. Its strike is incredibly fast. Faster than most people can react. Yet speed is only part of what makes this snake extraordinary. Accuracy. Every movement appears carefully calculated. Researchers studying king cobras have observed that they don't waste energy with repeated attacks. Instead, They often deliver one precise strike before quickly retreating to a safe distance. This behavior reduces their own risk of injury while allowing the venom to do its work. But here's where things become even more fascinating. Unlike many venomous snakes that feed on rodents or birds, the king cobra hunts animals capable of fighting back. Other snakes. Some nearly as large as itself. Some highly venomous. Imagine a predator whose prey can also kill. That requires more than strength. It requires strategy. Scientists believe the king cobra relies heavily on patience and timing. Rather than rushing into danger, it carefully follows scent trails using its forked tongue, collecting microscopic chemical particles from the environment. Each flick of the tongue gathers information. Where another snake has traveled. How recently it passed. Even the direction it moved. To us, the forest may appear silent. To the king cobra, it's filled with invisible signals. And when the hunt begins, it becomes surprisingly methodical. After locating its target, the king cobra often follows from a safe distance before choosing the perfect moment to attack. Its long body provides remarkable reach. Combined with excellent coordination, it allows the snake to seize prey while reducing its own exposure. Once captured, escape becomes almost impossible. Yet perhaps the most surprising part of this story isn't about hunting. It's about survival. Despite being one of the world's most feared snakes, the king cobra is far from invincible. Young king cobras face enormous dangers. Monitor lizards, birds of prey, mongooses. Even larger snakes may prey upon hatchlings. Only a small percentage survive long enough to become adults. Nature remains unforgiving, even for its greatest hunters. And surprisingly, the greatest threat facing the king cobra today isn't another predator. It's us. Across Asia, forests continue disappearing at an alarming rate. Roads divide ancient habitats. Illegal wildlife trade places additional pressure on already declining populations. One of nature's most extraordinary reptiles now faces challenges it cannot fight with venom. It cannot intimidate a bulldozer. It cannot escape a chainsaw. Which raises an important question. Can the world's most feared snake survive the modern world? The answer may determine the future of an entire species. The king cobra's reputation wasn't built overnight. For thousands of years, people living across India, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and other parts of Asia have shared stories about encounters with this extraordinary snake. Some stories became legends. Others became scientific discoveries. And together, they created one of the most respected animals on Earth. But after everything we've learned, one question still remains. Is the king cobra really the world's most feared snake? Surprisingly, that depends on how we define fear. If we measure danger by the number of human fatalities, several other snakes are actually responsible for far more deaths each year. Species like the saw-scaled viper or the Indian cobra are involved in many more snakebite incidents simply because they live closer to people. The king cobra is different. It usually avoids humans whenever possible. In fact, researchers have observed that most encounters end without any attack at all. When given an escape route, it almost always chooses to leave. So why does its reputation continue to grow? Because fear isn't created by statistics alone. It's created by presence. Very few animals can match the image of a 5-meter-long snake rising high above the ground, spreading its hood and staring directly into your eyes. That moment alone has shaped the imagination of generations. But behind that intimidating display is an animal playing an essential role in nature. As a specialized predator of other snakes, the king cobra helps maintain balance within fragile ecosystems. By controlling populations of other reptiles, it indirectly influences countless species sharing the same forests. Remove one apex predator, and the entire system begins to change. This is why conservation matters. Not because the king cobra is harmless, but because every species has a purpose. Unfortunately, habitat destruction continues to reduce the forests this remarkable reptile has occupied for millions of years. Illegal wildlife trafficking remains another serious threat. Many king cobras are captured for the exotic pet trade despite the enormous risks involved. Others are killed simply because people fear them. Ironically, the animal people fear the most may have more reason to fear us. Perhaps the greatest lesson the King Cobra teaches isn't about venom, or power, or survival. It's about respect. Nature doesn't ask us to love every predator. It asks us to understand them. Because the more we learn about animals like the King Cobra, the less room fear leaves for myths, and the more room science leaves for wonder. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the hidden world of the King Cobra. If you enjoy documentaries that explore the world's most extraordinary wildlife through science and real stories, consider subscribing. Every week we uncover another incredible predator, mysterious creature, or unexplored corner of our planet. And if today's story surprised you, wait until you discover the next one. Because somewhere in the rainforests of South America lives a snake so powerful that even the continent's largest predator sometimes chooses to stay away. See you in the next documentary.